Hi there, this is Christine Farley, and today we are going to talk about fun. Yes, family fun. So it is so important to have fun, even and especially in times of stress and challenges. So let's talk about how we could start that. Nobody's going to like this, but here it is. Turn off the electronics. And I'm not talking all day long or anything, but find a time in which electronics is turned off. And then that opens the opportunity to use your imaginations and to do more things. And using your imagination is a part of learning. It helps you problem solve, it helps you plan for the future, and it is super creative and it stimulates that creative part of your brain. Now, if your children are not used to having the TV turned off and you're not either, and electronics turned off, just try it for a certain period of time. And I would encourage you to let your kids play and not just try and keep them entertained. Playing is a skill that will bless them throughout their entire lives. Now, that might mean that they can go outside in the backyard, and hopefully you have a place that they can go outside. But give your kids a shovel. Let them explore in the dirt and dig holes. Maybe they'll take some branches and build a fort, or have an old sheet to go outside, or even put a sheet over the table, depending on what the age and stage is. But even if they are older, maybe you can help provide some art materials or things that they can use their imagination. And because of the schedules that they've had before, they haven't had time to explore creativity and those kinds of talents and skills that they may have, and even develop them. So I would encourage you to find things that you and your children can be creative. Now, I also know that the most important thing that you can do as a parent is be the example of this. So that means maybe you're learning a new skill. Maybe you're getting out the watercolors. Maybe you're cooking something new and different. Maybe you're reading a new book and you talk to your family about it. But exploring creativity and lifelong learning is going to bless everybody. Now, sometimes playing a game together is really fun. I myself don't really like board games. I would much rather play card games and that kind of thing. I probably got that from my mom, who does not like board games either. But, to have a game time that, and since we're all home together, maybe find a time every day or every other day, or throw it into your routine on your routine chart, and decide, oh, well, you got to choose the game last time, I get to choose it this time, or something like that. Or find an ongoing game that you all are going to enjoy and like. I also want to encourage you to share your skills with your children. So if cooking is a challenge for you, or you don't enjoy it very much, try and make it fun and show your kids that you can make cookies, and do it with them. Help them to measure things out. If they don't know how to turn on the oven at the appropriate age, help them to learn how to turn on the oven and do some of these basic things. In so doing, you're teaching your children to be self-sufficient and to be able to have some fun while they're doing it, but also these life skills will last forever. So I would encourage you to cook together. You're doing math, you're doing science when you're cooking, and you're very creative. Some other things that you can do together, and one of the things that when my children were younger, and even as they got older, we did a read aloud. And of course, it was me reading aloud most of the time. And I only read the things that I thought were interesting for me too. But we read all of Laura Ingalls Wilder's books. And Indian in the Cupboard. We read Swiss Family Robinson. One time we camped for quite a few months out in the mountains. And under the stars, around the fire, I read Heidi. And so reading these stories together as a family can give you some things to talk about. It can inspire additional creativity on your children's part and yours, but it also forms a unity. And when my children were younger, they would, we had, I think 4 children at that time, and they were in 2 separate bedrooms. And so I would have, I think we had 5. I would sit on a pillow in the hallway with the baby, and I would read to the other kids, and I think they looked forward to it every night. Now the goal was, for them, they needed to stay in their beds and not bother their brother and sister while I was reading. And it was always, I would read a chapter and it was like, Mom, read another one, read another one. Well, depending on how I felt and how everybody was behaving, I would read another one. And it just it was wonderful to read chapter books aloud to the children, because it helped them to have something to look forward to when it came to bedtime again. And that was pretty exciting. And we had really a lot of fun. We read the whole Work in the Glory series out loud as they got older. We've read all different kinds of things. I started reading Harry Potter, the first book, and I really did not enjoy it that much. I know, I'm telling you, you're probably going, what? She didn't enjoy Harry Potter. Yeah, I really didn't. It's not my kind of thing. But what I did is I stopped reading it about a third of the way through. And I had a child who was struggling with reading at that time. And that child picked up that book, read it through, and went from a low reading average to adult reading average in the summertime. So reading aloud can really inspire your children, and it can bring you all together. My spouse loves to have me read aloud still. So enjoy that time together and learn to have some fun as a family, even in these unchanged, times that are so different from anything else we've ever experienced. So until next time, God bless you.